Welcome to another Last Fortress Underground video. This is Solimer, and in this video I'm going to be going over some Season 1 basics for players who are new to Season 1 and trying to figure out what they're supposed to do and how it works. So hopefully I'll get all that information in the video for you guys. So Season 1 is very different than Season 0, and go to the world. There's a new map, and your team starts out by, your alliance gets ported to a random outer location of the map, and then you can start taking the level 1 cities. So you can take a level 1 city, and then your team can port there, and you can start taking other cities and whatnot. So you can see we're over here. And where's my base? So you can see on the map, once you zoom in here, you got these red and blue ore tiles. They are a new currency, more or less, and they're very important. And so far, from what I've seen, of the two, the blue is way more important than the red. Or way more valuable. Not necessarily more important, but just more valuable. So if you're going to lean heavy on one of the two colors, lean a little heavy on the blue side, in my opinion. But you honestly want a pretty good balance of it going. So you can see on my screen probably a new icon here over on the right-hand side. This is your, they call them blocks. I might refer to them as tiles. More or less the same thing, but so on here you can see a list of all the blocks you have, and over here on the left side you can see how much ore you're earning from the blocks, your block cap, how much it's increasing, immunity, and then if you have some buffs going from buildings that you can put on them. So how this works is, let me see if I can find a good tile to take over. It doesn't suck. Nothing close, it looks like. Not a good area right now for me. Oh, maybe we'll just take another little tile here and drop it. So basically, let's start out with your immunity. So when you get a tile, let's see if I can go to that tile. When you start out, they have the level 1 tiles that you can pretty much take with no immunity. But then you build up. You can build a building, this clinic, on that tile, and this building, depending on the level you have it, gives you immunity. You can see I've got this one level 6, so I get 260 bonus immunity. So that helps me take higher level tiles. Let's see if there's a, yeah, that might be a 6 here. That's a 5. So you can see I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit farther in than first day and whatnot, but you can see it has 480. You need 480 immunity to be even with it, or if you have more than that, then you won't lose extra troops and they won't gain extra strength. Let's see if that tells you there. So if you hit that button, you can see, because I'm not at the immunity level, my damage output is reduced and theirs is increased. And depending on the difference, if I was a little bit lower, then they would get more. I'd have more damage reduced and they'd get more bonus damage, thus making it harder. At some point, whatever the difference is, it becomes impossible to take the tile. You have to have a certain amount of immunity. So your immunity is very important, and you get that from the clinic. And at some point early on, you can build a second clinic. I don't remember what the factor was to get that second clinic, but it's not available right away. But within the first day, you should have that second clinic. So then you have 2 clinics giving you immunity to get it up high enough And right now, all I can take are level 5s. I can't take a level 6 yet. Let's see if there's a 6 in here I can click on. I know there's one somewhere. There's one. So you can see this one has 700. Right now, I'm minus 100% damage. I'm way too low to take that. So I'm currently upgrading this one. This one has 45 minutes left to boost my immunity some more. And at some point when I get enough immunity, I will be able to take level 6s. And then I have to grow it again so I can get level 7s and 8s and so on. So that's the name of the game for the tiles. Increase your immunity to be able to take the tiles. You can still take, like, I attack level 5s even with that damage reduction. You can see they have a CP of, 550,000. My formations are 1,000,000 plus, so I'm okay. Obviously, if your account's not that far along, then it might be a little bit harder. So you'll need to increase your formation strengths and whatnot with either better heroes or more slots in your APCs, etc. So, with that said, I will mention there's a $10 pack you can buy. It's only for Season 1. It will disappear at the end of the season, but it gives you a second builder slot. And you can see over here on the left side, I've got he's sleeping right now with the hammer, because I don't have enough resources to upgrade any buildings, at least the ones that I want to right now. I'm focusing on my immunity and my block cap. So right now I'm only upgrading one building because that's all I have the resources for. This is the second clinic. If I hit the level up button, you can see it takes 5,000 red, 5,000 blue. I don't have the 5,000 blue yet. Up here, no, I took it away. Up there where I clicked before, you can see how much I'm earning per hour and how much I currently have with a cap of 500k. Not sure if that cap ever increases or not. I haven't hit it, obviously. So that's what I'm focusing on. Also, I mentioned about my block cap. You can see up here in the top right area, I have 29 out of 35 blocks. To increase that amount is the hub, and my hub's only level 3. I'm going to be trying to increase that as well so I can take more tiles, because then I'll get more blue and red ore per hour, thus allowing me to upgrade more and more. So it's kind of a snowball effect with that stuff. On here you can see I've got some additional buildings, which I'll get to a little bit later. They are the reason I feel that blue is more valuable. Just my personal opinion. I don't know. I haven't played through the whole season, obviously. I'm only on day 2. So as I learn more, I'll probably make more videos and talk about anything that's important like that. But so the buildings, you build them on top of tiles. If you build it on top of a red or a blue ore tile, like you have blank tiles too, you can get. If you build on top of a red or a blue tile, you still get the resources from them. So it's not like you have to have one or the other. So build it on top of a red or a blue, because the blank tiles, you want to drop those. So when you start out, let me go back to our main city where we ported in at. Come on, zoom out. There we go. So we came in, we took this city, and then we started working towards our second city. But there's a tile, level 3, I was too high. This is maybe level 1 here. So this is a level 1 tile here. Someone takes it, you get these rewards, and let me see if I can find one that hasn't been taken. I need to go farther out for that, maybe. So you can see here it says first time capture reward. So as you capture tiles, you get some season experience, which we'll go into at some point, and then you get memento coins. And as you get higher level tiles, you get more season points and more memento coins for first captures. So when taking tiles, it can be beneficial to take ones that haven't been taken before, depending on if you're if you're tiling to get somewhere, or if you're just taking tiles to, um, fill up your allotment. So with that said, so you start out, you'll take a level 1 tile. You'll want to build your buildings so you can take more tiles, upgrade your immunity, and then you're going to, you want to take a level 2 tile and then a level 3 tile. You also get rewards. Is it this one? Yeah, this one right here. So as you take a new level tile, you get rewards for it. And I don't know how long, if this is all season long or how long this goes for, if it's a timer one. I don't see a timer, but I don't know. So as you take them, you keep getting these rewards, and you keep going up, and they get better and better. So you'll want to keep increasing your tiles that you're taking. However, when you're going to get to a point where you cannot take higher level tiles. At that point, you just want to take the highest level you can take. So if you start out, you'll get, depending on how fast things go for you, you might be just taking level 2 tiles. You might be taking level 3 tiles. It might take you a little bit longer to get to level 4. It's going to take you a lot longer to get to level 5. Like, I'm stuck at 5. So I have mostly only level 5 tiles. I've got some level 4s still, and these buildings might be on some level 4s. Not positive. We'll check that out in a little bit here. So you just want to start filling up on the maximum level tiles you get, because you're going to get more resources per hour. That's going to let you upgrade so you can get to the next level of that. With that said, with the immunity is important when taking over cities. Let's go to this one. So it doesn't show it on there. Maybe when you, let me see if it shows the one we're connected to. Yeah, so you can see it here. We've got a tile touching this city, and it says I'm low on immunity. It recommends 500 base immunity to attack the city. That is only for killing the garrison troops that they have. Once you destroy all those, and you use your wall breaker formations, they are not affected by the immunity level. At least that's what I've been told. So, and that's what it seems like. It seems like it's fine. So immunity is important for taking cities. You're going to need people to get their immunity up so you guys can attack it, because if they're, I'm getting a 71% reduction of damage on that one, on the cities, where on tiles I'm not getting that. It's not that high, but 71%, that's a big loss of damage. So, something to consider when taking tiles. Now, I'm all the way out here with tiles because we are tiling towards a city up there that we want to get. So obviously, if you're not doing something specific that your team's asking, you're going to be more in this area. You can see all the buildings people have, the tiles people have, and I've got my slider bar up over here. You can see on the top right area that they got a nice little cool slider bar. So when you're zoomed out, you can take things off the map. If I don't want to see zombies, they're gone. If I don't want to see any of the resources, they're gone. If I don't want to see facilities, they're gone. And then if I want only higher level tiles, I don't need to see the lower level ones. Let me just see the 5s. That's what I'm taking. There's nothing free in this area. Not that I expected there to be. But you can see the 5s that are there. If there were 6s anywhere, they'd show up. There's a 6 on the left side somewhere. As you go up and you just eliminate. So it makes it easier to find things that you're looking for. If I don't want to see the resources that they are, you know, I can eliminate and just see if I just want to see zombies. So it's a nice little tool they added. I like it. I know this is kind of all over the place, this video, but I didn't really lay out a scripted thing for it. So yeah, so the name of the game, like I said, I'll keep repeating it because people, I feel like people are shocked when they get in here, like, what is this? What's going on? This is not the game I know. So you're going to take tiles of a certain level. You need immunity to get to the next level to be able to take them. You do that by building buildings on top of your tiles that you currently have. And then you can take higher level. And also, I'm not going to drop any, but you can abandon them. I can probably abandon it. Let me make sure it's one that's connected. So you can abandon a tile, and they take time. From what I've seen, it's like a 15-minute period from when you take it over initially, plus 10 minutes to drop it. So this tile I've had for a while now, so it should only be 10 minutes, I think. We'll do that in a second here. So you can drop tiles. That's how you drop blank tiles to get the resource tiles, the ore tiles, more or less. Or if you're dropping a low-level ore tile, so you can get a higher-level ore tile. They take time. And you start out with, I don't think it was 30, I think it was 20. We started out with 20 tiles, maybe. You know, and then I had to build the hub to get myself more tiles, and now I'm up to 35 currently, which is probably not a very high number in comparison to some other players right now. But so like I said, everything just kind of flows together, but it's just understanding where you're supposed to be going with it. And so the goal is higher immunity, more blocks, and then, like I said, it just snowballs. You get more resources to be able to upgrade, to be able to take new tiles. You get more resources until you're high enough, and you're taking the stuff around Eden, etc. Right, all the high level tiles. So let's talk the abandoning tiles. You can abandon from this screen, obviously, as you can see the button there. You click that. It'll prompt you the first time. You can do the checkbox thing where it doesn't ask you anymore when you do it. Or you can click the tile itself, and there's this trash can with the next button. You hit that, and now it's abandoning. And this one, like I said, 10 minutes. If I had just taken it, it'd be 25 minutes. So consider that when, you know, with your tiles and how much time. Like, you can't just go on forever, and there's no way to speed this up. I'm going to cancel the dropping of it, though, because I don't want to drop it. You can also gift tiles to people. So there's two ways to do that. If you go into this screen here, over on the left side up here, I'm trying to click, there's the gift button. So you can take up to 5 tiles per day. You can receive them. Or you can give up to 20 away a day. So I am taking level 5 tiles. There's only a handful of people in our alliance taking that level or higher. So when I'm done with my 4s and my 3s, I can type in alliance chat and say, hey, who needs 4s or 3s? And I just gift it to them. They accept. They all of a sudden get those tiles, and I'm free of them. It's a nice little way to quickly drop tiles, you know, to free up space to get new tiles. So you don't have to wait the 10 minutes or 25 if you just took a bunch of tiles. But you only can do it 20 times a day. So I've already done it 11 times, and we're very shortly just past reset. Not even 2 hours past reset. So I have a whole day ahead of me to gift more tiles, which I will once I can take some 6s. So you can do it from here, and all you do is you'd hit the gift button, and you pick the person that you want to give it to. So that's one way. The next way is if you click the tile, there's a button up here, purple. You hit that button again, you click the person you want to give it to, and they can accept it or decline it. And if they don't accept it right away, it can stay there for them. Like, so right before reset, I was trying to get rid of some tiles. Someone said, "Oh, I'm full until reset," but we were only an hour away. So I'm like, "Well, I'll send them to you. After reset, you accept them." So it sat there until they accepted them or declined them. You can always cancel the gift as well, if someone's not taking it, they're offline, whatever. So it's not like it's stuck in limbo or anything. You can still get rid of it and drop it normally if you choose. So what else about tiles can I think of here? We'll talk about the build button now. So you can, like I said, you can build buildings on top of these, and I can build a second hub now. I didn't see that now. That's cool. Great. So you have your basic buildings. Like I said, I've got a clinic, a hub, and then I've got some buff buildings. And now, so I've got a clinic 1, a clinic 2, and a hub 1. Now I can get a hub 2, which I'm not going to build yet because I want to do my immunity next. I want to get double up on it, and then I'll do the hub 2 after that. But you can see these other buildings as you go, and they tell you what you need. So you have to have a level 5 city, level 4 city, and you can see over here what I've already built, the 3 that I was talking about. But then you also have buff buildings. And this is where I was talking about those blue ores being more important, right? So I've already built a treatment speed, which is the infirmary, scout camp, which is attack, and hit point, which is a training base there. I built those 3 already on tiles. I haven't built the rest because they take blue ore, and I was heavy in red, as you can tell by my total up there. I'm at almost 7,400, and only 5,000 for the blue. So, so you can see what they take to place right there, but they also take the same materials to upgrade. So, this armament building, the defensive one, takes blue ore and iron. So to upgrade, it's going to take more blue ore and iron, and so on. And for the refinery and the stone quarry, they're just going to take blue ore. There was one building, I think it might have been the infirmary, that took red and blue, but there hasn't been like one that was just red. And I don't know if something's going to come later, or if these other ones that are higher level, if they're going to require red, but so far it's all been blue. That's why I said be a little bit heavier blue, because if you want to be able to place these buff buildings and not impact what you're trying to do with your other buildings, with your basic ones, because they typically take the same red and blue, which is why you want the even amount. But then you start using your blues on these, and now you're going to be having a deficit there, which I did not have the foresight to think about. But I'm correcting my mistake now, which is okay. It's early, so. But these buildings, if you hit the I button here, it tells you what they do. They just buff your troops in battle when taking a tile, so every little bit helps. So you can use these if you're kind of borderline with your strength. Plop a few of these buildings down, and then you can go attack those tiles and take them over. And they upgrade just like the other ones. It ain't hitting the button for me. Oh, there we go. So this is the infirmary. This is the red and blue, and even this one takes more blue than red. What the heck? So, and they tell you it goes up in level, the durability goes up, treatment speed goes up, tells you the time. You got the level previews of what they do. They go up to level 20. These ones only go up to 10. But nonetheless, this is that's basically all there is about the tiles. I, for me, I don't think it's terribly hard. At first, it can have to be a shocker for people, and they kind of don't know what to do. But, um, you know, this button over here is important. It tells you what you have, and lets you also drop things. If you don't know where your tiles are, you can click on them, and it'll take you to them. So you can see, and then I like to zoom out and be like, where the heck am I? Because you're going to be all over the place, because people are tiling. You have to touch a city with a tile to be able to attack it. So you can't just port there and attack it. You have to have a tile there. So you can see some of these paths, like you can see the paths people where they're clumped up and people were taking tiles going towards somewhere. So these aren't close distances. Like in Season 0, that'd be like, oh, that's no distance at all. When you're tiling it, or doing they call them blocks, but when you're doing that, it takes forever to get across this terrain, which is okay. It's fun. I enjoy it. I think it's fun so far. It is Invasion Day, so it's kind of interesting. People poured over, and it's just not easy to get around anymore. You can't station or garrison troops anymore on tiles. You can garrison them on tiles you take, but you can't station it there where you can keep attacking from that spot and it'll keep going back there. You can attack tiles, and if you take over the tile, it moves to the next tile in that regard. But you can't do that, and you also can't zombie taxi anymore. So I didn't click the zombie. That was a fail. There we go. So you can see there you don't have the check mark anymore. That's gone. So you have to attack from your base or a tile that you're already located at for things. And if you're attacking a city and you're like, I've got a tile right here, if I garrison troops there, if I go to attack the city, when they're done attacking, they're going to go back to my base, which is nowhere close to there. They don't go back to that tile like they used to. So when you're attacking cities, keep that in mind. You do want your base close to the city still. So a little bit something I learned, I guess, tonight. It was interesting. But yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really wanted to touch on for the start of the new season. They've got a bunch of events going on and stuff. I was going to talk about the season rewards, I think, or the quest maybe. So yeah, I got the Season Vanguard. As you take those, we talked about that already. Good rewards there. You can see the memento coins. They keep going up nicely. The resources and the Blue Shard recruitment tokens. You got the Road to Dominance again. Book of Relevation here with the new quests. You can check that out. Season quest, just like last season, you get missions over the course of 5 weeks. Then you have challenges. The only difference with this is you get those bonus points when you take tiles for the first capture reward. Also, if you mop up on your tile, it says you get those rewards right there, so you get the season experience tokens points for doing that. So that's another source you can get. So it'll be easier to get to level 100 with all that. At least I feel so. There's that, but the main thing I wanted to talk about, I know the video's kind of running long at this point. The main thing I wanted to talk about, though, was the immunity, the increasing your block total, the buildings on the tiles, and how that works. Did I end up attacking a tile or not? I don't recall if I did. No. If I was going to capture this tile, though, I would click on it. If it's not attached, you can see It's got the X. The capture button is grayed out. If it's attached, you can. That's I didn't mention this. You can attack. You can take a tile or a block from any of your tiles or your alliance's tiles. So it doesn't have to be your tile necessarily. It just has to be your alliance's tile. And you can see this one lit up. It tells you the CP of the defending troops, how much you're going to get, the ore per hour. Immunity requires 50. I've got 420. It's a level 2. So if I hit capture, just like normal, you pick your APC and you deploy it. And then it just takes it, or if you fail, you fail, and it goes back to your base and you have troops to heal. That'd be another thing I guess I'll mention. Make sure you're healing your troops. You don't want it to get overflowed when you've taken 25 straight tiles and had lots of losses early on, because you'll have lots of losses early on until you get your immunity up to a reasonable level. So yeah, hopefully I got everything I was thinking of. I know a lot of people in my alliance had questions, and we had some people who have experience with Season 1 before, so they were able to help guide them through what they needed to do, and it's been, for us, a relatively smooth process. So I decided I would try to touch on it and make a little video for people to watch, and hopefully they can get the info they need from this. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate everyone's time for watching this, and I hope you guys have a good one. You guys take care.